Sellers are upset. They're getting upset that the market is changing and they can no longer sell homes that are overpriced.
Upset?
This is going to be a good one, guys. We are seeing tons and tons of sellers regretting that they did not sell to people a year ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago. They are upset. My name is Orlando and welcome to my channel. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that we always say, do not overpay. And it is panning out for you guys. You just have to have patience. Like I tell you guys in all of my videos, this is going to happen. A recession is going to happen. A crash is going to happen. And with individuals deciding not to overpay for these homes and to hold off, and if you're looking for a home right now, just to kind of wait out to see exactly what's going to happen in this housing market, because it's going to be a roller coaster. So we have this article here where it says San Diego home buyers and sellers dealing with housing market changes. Now, this is something that's going around nationwide. So this really kind of snapshots it. Homes that would typically fly off the market aren't anymore. And this appears to be the new trend for San Diego. It is just not San Diego, guys. It's nationwide. Homes that would typically fly off the market aren't anymore, and this appears to be the new trend for San Diego. When inventory is low, prices remain up, but right now we're seeing a vast increase in the interest rates that many people are bumped out of the market. They just can't afford houses. We already know this, guys. Inventory is going up only because people are deciding not to buy. Houses are staying on the market longer because people are deciding not to buy. We also have to remember everything costs more. That is a big thing on top of interest rates being ridiculous. We're talking about insurance, we're talking about labor, we're talking about appliances, we're talking about gas, groceries. Everything is high. So if everything is high, and most of those things you can associate with buying a home, if all of those things are high, but income is still staying the same, how can an individual buy a home that is overpriced to begin with? We're not talking about homes that are $10,000, $5,000, $3,000 overpriced. We're talking about $50,000 to $100,000 overpriced homes. People are offering $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 over that asking of an overpriced home.
That don't make no sense.
That's what was happening a couple of months ago, and these guys are still saying, okay, look, we don't need your $50,000, $60,000 over the asking price. Can you just give us the asking price now? That's what you're starting to see sellers do now. And it's still staying on the market for 20 to 25 days. Hence the reason why you're seeing so many price cuts, guys. More people are trying to get into the market, but still can't afford it. And eventually the houses will go down because the interest rates are increasing. Well, of course. And if you've been watching this channel, I have been saying this for months and months. She typically sees 20 to 30 people come through, but on Friday she saw fewer than 10 potential home buyers. With Father's Day coming up this weekend, we haven't been that busy, just a handful of groups coming in. Now, I'm telling you guys, what's going to happen and what's happening currently right now is a bunch realtors, mortgage companies, they're going to go under. Since there's not a lot of business happening, you're gonna start seeing a lot of these companies start to shrink or just go away because the demand will not be there for purchase homes. And that includes realtors and mortgage companies. And we're starting to see that. If you saw, Wells Fargo is shrinking their mortgage business because they see a 50% downturn coming up. If a bank is telling you, a huge bank, and kind of a shady one at the same price, Wells Fargo, if they are telling you this, we know Wells Fargo, they're all about the profit, guys. And they're telling you we're gonna shrink because 50% is less, 50% less mortgages, then hey, you have to believe they're looking out into the future and they see it coming. And then we see an individual who said that they went ahead and bought a house, and then he says he beat out about 3 people by going 30,000 above the market value. Even in this market, we still have people going out there and overpaying. He said the reason why he went ahead and did it is because interest rates will eventually come down. And hey, he long-term wise, he'll come out on top, even though he paid $30,000 over asking price on a overvalued home. the interest rates at that point do they really make a difference when you paid, 80, 90,000 over asking? I mean, I don't know. I mean, someone do the math for me. Make the math make sense.
I beg your pardon?
And this is the reason why it's so important to keep up with my videos, guys, to make sure that you know not to overpay. What these sellers are doing when it comes to tricking you guys to think that they're giving price cuts on, even though it's overpriced to begin with. I'm talking to the 86% of you guys who aren't subscribed to the channel. Why aren't you subscribed to the channel?
I can subscribe.
I would really appreciate it. That is the reason why it's important to keep up with these videos, so you know the ins and out of this crazy housing market and what's actually going on. But I really want to jump into this video, guys. You got to see this video that this realtor was saying about what he thinks is coming up with the housing market. Let's watch it.
San Diego Association of Realtors President-elect Frank Powell sold this University City 4-bedroom home with a waterfall pool in a little over a week. But he says now he's seeing more and more homes not sell as quickly as they did earlier this year.
Now we're seeing days on the market, 20 days, 25 days, 30 days. That's an indication that everyone realizes you're pricing it too high.
Now these realtors are like, oh, that's an indicator that you're pricing it too high. Duh. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been telling you guys that these houses were priced way too high to begin with. I mean, my mind is blown that now they just realize it. But why did they just realize it? I know why. Because now the sales have slowed. Now they're realizing, what? Well, since nobody's buying it, I guess it's overpriced. It had already been overpriced to begin with, but that is so funny that now he understands that it's overpriced. But hey, who's blaming the realtor? People buy it at that price, so they didn't know any better. But you guys watch this video would know better not to overpay.
Financial advisor David Reyes says that interest rate hikes are increasing some homeowner monthly payments by 50%, and that interest rate is only expected to get higher in the next 6 months.
With a median home price of $1 million, and let's say you put 20% down, so you have now an $800,000 mortgage, your payment, just a few months ago would have been about $3,400 for the mortgage payment, not including tax and insurance. But today, rates going from around 3% to 6.5% today, which is about the average mortgage rate, you're now talking over $5,000 a month for the same house.
Now, remember when I did that video and I said, you guys have to be careful because with these new interest rates and these houses being overpriced, your mortgage payment is going to double. When you include the mortgage, when you include taxes, when you include insurance, you're gonna pay double versus what you would have paid at the beginning of this year, right? Mortgage rates have changed so much. They've went up so high because we have to do this. Remember, it is something that is necessary to control inflation. With that being said, you're gonna have a mortgage payment that is double than what it was maybe 5-6 months ago, beginning of this year. Heck, it could have been even 3 to 4 months ago, like this gentleman said, and you would be paying less. But you remember, guys, you're paying more, double, on an overpriced home. And that's what we wanna avoid. We wanna avoid it. Let's just see this thing play out. So mortgage rates will go down, demand will go down, let all of that stuff kind of settle, and then we'll go looking for houses.
Home buyers are getting hit the hardest since they may no longer qualify to buy a home.
When you raise interest rates, what happens to your debt? Your payments go up.
For those looking to buy a home,
Really?
Reyes suggests holding off. He says it is more of a seller's market, even if sellers aren't getting multiple offers like they used to.
You can't look back even a month ago and go, well, the house down the street sold for $200,000 above asking price. Those days are gone.
Powell says he's seeing many sellers drop their price dramatically, but he advises don't chase the market, but do one big drop and leave it there for a while.
If you're going to sell your house, I say sell it now, because by all indications, it seems like the interest rates are going to continue to climb.
Heather Hope, CBS 8.
So he is saying, by the way things are looking, interest rates are going to continue to go up. But didn't we know interest rates were going to continue to go up at the beginning of 2022?
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
When the Fed announced it was going to do 4 to 5 rate increase. Heck, I even knew that the Fed was going to increase rates, in mid-November, 4 to 5 times in 2022. So realtors are now just catching on and be like, whoa, hold up. So you're telling me they're going to continue to keep raising rates? And you're telling me that it's going to get even slower than it is now? Oh no. Hey, sellers, sell your house now. You sell it now, because this is the last chance you will get of getting someone to buy an overpriced home. So do it now. So you guys just saw that these realtors are out here telling individuals to sell their house now, because if they don't sell them now, they will not get the pretty penny, shiny money that they would get when it comes later in this year or next year, because we'll be in a recession, because prices have came down quite dramatically. So this just blows my mind that you can see these sellers are upset that the fact that they are saying, what happened? 2 months ago, I could sell my house for $200,000. Like the realtor just said, they could sell it for $200,000. He said, those days are gone. You messed up. You should have sold it back then. But now, it's on the market for too long and interest rates are going up because for some reason, the Fed is just continually raising rates and we just have no reason why. It's just comical sometimes, guys. I understand, this is the housing market, but these are a lot of the things that we cannot control, right? Once again, though, use this information to your best of your ability. Just don't take my word for it. Just do the research that you need to do if you are in the market to buy a home, if you are in the market to sell, if you are in the market to refi, whatever you're in the market for, just take this information, use it for your own research to make a decision for you and your family, guys. I hope you got value out of this content, but I'm gonna need you to watch this next video here. It will help you understand this crazy housing market, jump into your first rental property. Also, check in the description below. I have some useful links there to join my membership program, get free credit reports and whatnot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.